So alongside a new camera and a new lens, Sony have also released today a new microphone, the ECM-M1, and this is something we actually got a chance to test out, and it's pretty cool. Now, I get that microphones are not usually top of people's excitement list, right? A new fast aperture lens, that's super exciting. A new camera, especially, an interesting, like the APS-C one that we've just looked at, that's a very exciting situation. I do understand that for most people, microphones, they don't fill that same, excitement box. I actually really enjoy them. I used to work with microphones a lot, recording music, so it's actually quite exciting to see how they work and what they do and all that kind of stuff. And actually, this is a microphone that I think is probably fantastic for pretty much most people. Most situations, this would work really, really well. Now, it's a shotgun mic, essentially, that sits on the top of your camera. It actually connects via the multi-interface shoe on a camera like the A6700 or an A7 IV or something like that, which is really clever because it means you don't have to plug anything in. You just essentially pop it on the top, just slot it into that multi-interface shoe, and it's going to work. It's going to transfer the audio to the camera digitally. I think that's really, really cool. There's 4 capsules on the microphone. You're getting nice, crisp sound. It sounds really, really good. And above all else, this microphone is very, very easy to use. Whether you kind of have used microphones before and you're familiar with them or not, it's very straightforward to use this microphone and get good results. You're going to get good results straight out of the box, which is not always the case with microphones. But certainly here, you've got different ways you can kind of set this up. But it's very easy to understand how you are setting up the microphone and what it's going to be doing. So you've got 8 audio recording modes depending on what you want to do. So different levels of directionality. So if you want to have it super directional, so just pointing straight forwards and a very, very narrow cone, so it's just picking up exactly what it's facing, you can do that. You can then extend the cone out, you can extend it even further, you can record sound from all directions, from front and back if you're doing an interview, and it's very easy to work out how to set these settings. It's just a dial on the back of the mic, and it's kind of just a diagram, so you can see exactly what you're setting up. I'm shooting on the new A6700 now, and I'm using the new microphone as well, and I'm using it specifically with the super directional mode kind of turned on. So really the microphone should just be focusing almost entirely on my voice, not really picking up, there's some birds kind of tweeting over that way, there's kind of the trees rustling in the wind, but hopefully it's just picking up my voice. So this is the super directional mode. Let's switch now to a kind of wider field of audio. Let's do that now. Okay, so I've switched to a wider cone for the audio now. This is still absolutely pointed at my voice, but it might be picking up a little bit more of the ambient sound of the woods. So the trees rustling and the wind, the birds. Let's see how this sounds. And now let's switch to a kind of omnidirectional capture. So this is now capturing audio from all directions. So my voice, yes, but then also for sure a lot of the other noises. It's not super windy where I'm actually sat. Most of the wind seems to be above me, so that's probably not interfering with the microphone, which is good. But you might now be able to hear that the birds have stopped, unhelpful, but you can probably hear the ambient sound of the forest a little bit more around me. It's then all digital, so it's just sending that digital signal straight through to the camera. If you're using this outdoors, it comes with a little windscreen, so you can pop that on the microphone, which is going to protect it from the wind. And it's going to give you nice crispy audio straight away without you having to set all kinds of different things. Now, there's other controls on there, things like kind of noise suppression, so you can actually do that if you're in a very noisy situation. You can certainly put that on, you can leave it off, but it's all very obvious on little switches you can switch, and of course those little dials as well. The microphone as well is very light, it's smaller as well than previous Sony microphones, so it just sits very neatly on the top of a camera, no crazy setup. I mean, it's a very good microphone. And if you're not particularly excited about microphones, this is fantastic, because you don't really have to know much about microphones to get this working really well. And everything you might want to know is so easy to use. It just leaves you to focus on all the other bits of video production that you might want to be focusing on. I could absolutely imagine using this to film these videos, to film videos out and about. As a shotgun microphone, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it at all. Sony make good microphones, and this is absolutely no exception. You can check out the mic, as well as the new camera, the A6700, and the new lens, the 70-200 f4G Mark II lens, by following the links down in the description. They're all down there for you to have a look at. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, so we've got new content all the time. I will see you next time. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.